So let's see some failure cases of KNNs. So just in previous lecture we have seen how the geometrical intuitions actually works behind the KNN. So now let's see, always K is not also true. There have some failure cases also. Suppose we just see our query point. Suppose let's take app using the white color here, query point. Suppose let's take our query point is here. So here x means our query point, that is xq. Here I am simply using the white color. Suppose let's take it is our query point, and simple let's take we are here using k is equals to 3, means we are considering the 3 closest point corresponding to the age example. Here I am considering 2 examples side by side, so just you get the concepts when the KNN may be failed. So just I am considering here 3 nearest neighbor point. Okay, so if you just see here, if I consider this point, so what will be the closest point of this query point? This point will be these 3. So what will be the class level? So as previously our bluing means our positive point and rating means our negative point. Okay, so if you just see, if you just consider this white query point, then it's 3 nearest neighbor, it's this point, this point, this point, and it is the blue point, means it is positive plus. We can easily conclude that it will be a positive plus. It will be our positive plus. Okay, if you just consider this point here, this is suppose this is our this is query point. If our query point is here, then what will be the 3 closest point? I think these guys are the 1 2 3, these are the 3 closest point, and the 3 closest point majority vote of these 3 closest points is a negative point, so this query point will be negative point. But what about the C? If you just see our query point is here, suppose let's take our query point is here. So now what will be the 3 closest points? Suppose let's take this is the first closest point, this is the second closest point, and let's take this one is the third closest point. These three guys are the 3 closest point from this query point xq. Now what will be the class levels of this query point? You can see, sir, the closest point is 3 guys and the majority vote will be positive, so this guide will be positive. This level of these guys will be positive according to our definitions of KNN, but it is totally true. If you just see these our class are just making a nice cluster. Okay, so this is our positive cluster points. If you just see our data points, this is our another cluster of points, positive cluster. This one is another cluster, and this one is, if you just see the data points, so these our set of data points makes a nice clusters here. But if you just see this point, actually from KNN definitions of the KNN, we got this output, this point may be positive, this point will be positive, but actually it is not positive, it is totally the outlier data, it is totally the just see the distances from the data, actually not lie in the clusters. So how the KNN solve these kind of issues? So we'll see this thing in next lectures. Now let's see this kind of data set. So here actually we are not sure. Here actually what happened, this is from this data set, we are actually not sure about this data. Okay, actually, so here actually KNN, general definitions of the KNN will fail, but we will resolve this issue by doing some simple mathematics, by applying some hacks of the mathematics. We can resolve this. So same kind will be happen here. If you just take any data sets in this side, suppose let's take our query point is here. If you see the nearest closest point, 3 nearest closest point will be this one, and also this one. If this one, so you can see, you can conclude that this point may be negative, this point is negative from actual definitions of the KNN, but it is not, but actually not sure. We cannot decide what will be the actual. It will be positive, it may be negative, not sure about the data sets. So from the actually we can easily see if our data point is far away from our the points, we cannot actually sure. So if our data point is far away, if far away points in D, then we are not sure what about our data points. Okay, the same thing is here also. If you just query point, if you just take a query point here, suppose let's take our query point, it's here, let's take. So its closest points will be this one, this one, this one. We are considering here k is equals to 3, so we have to choose the 3 closest point. So according to this will be negative, but it is not the correct one, because actually just see this data. Actually this data set is jumble set, like randomness here various kind of randomness appears here. So jumbled data set, jumbled set of positive and negative points. Okay, so from this kind of data set we have not get any useful kind of information. So from here this we cannot conclude this point is positive or negative. Here we also not sure what will be the data. Okay, so but just we have seen this thing, how to remove this kind of how to improve KNN from this kind of situations. I think the when KNN will be failure, so the motto of this lecture is clear all of you. Okay,